Denver 7 Now is sponsored by Ferguson and BAC Appliance Center, the best in bath, kitchen, and lighting for your home.
I'm Ann Trujillo with your Denver 7 Now update. What happened outside? It felt and looked great this afternoon. Then an hour later it was freezing. A horror movie level fog had descended over Denver. Chief Meteorologist Mike Nelson's tracking this, and Mike, a winter weather advisory in effect for tonight.
In the areas along the I-25 corridor, and because of a cold front that swept in from the northeast and brought us low clouds, freezing drizzle, areas of dense fog for elevations at and below 8,500 feet. There's the front pushing across the state. Now overnight tonight, the freezing drizzle and fog stays mainly on the plains. Clear skies west of the Continental Divide, clearing skies by morning. It's going to be a cold one, though, down to the low 20s by morning. And then tomorrow, some slick roads early, dry roads in the mountains. By midday, everybody's sunny. It's in good shape. Milder on the other side of the front. And by late in the day, still kind of cool on the eastern plains, but clear and mild to the west, with temperatures into the 60s out in the Grand Valley around Grand Junction, just 40s to around 50 in the Denver area. But we're quickly back to the 60s on Friday, 70 on Saturday. We get another one of these sneaky little cold fronts coming in Sunday and Monday, dropping temperatures, a little bit of freezing drizzle, a little light snow possible late Sunday night, early Monday, and then clearing and back into the 50s Tuesday and Wednesday.
Thank you, Mike. Sometimes being a member of the Contact 17 means rolling up your sleeves and doing the dirty jobs, or at least finding out why the people paid to do said dirty jobs aren't doing it. Denver 7's Jessica Porter shows us a Denver condo complex covered in trash and overrun with raccoons.
There's like cat litter, toilets, trash, just daily trash. There's a sink over there.
When you pay your bills on time, you don't expect to come home to this mess every day. Residents at Hunters Run condominiums in southeast Denver say their trash hasn't been picked up in weeks.
It looks dirty. Like, this is a nice apartment complex. It gives it like a dirty look. I don't like it. And starts to stink a little bit.
Each trash bin in the complex is overflowing. Residents say they're embarrassed to have guests over, and the trash is attracting aggressive raccoons.
We're really scared. Our dogs are scared. They've chased our cars. The raccoons have been aggressive with our cars even.
Residents have called their HOA and the trash company, GFL Environmental. Fed up, they reached out to Contact 7 for answers.
The receptionist kept promising that they're going to send somebody out. We'll send somebody out today. Nobody shows up. We'll send somebody out. They have two routes. They're coming. Nobody shows up. Today they came and they only stayed for 5 minutes and left.
GFL Environmental took full responsibility for the problem. They sent us a statement saying in part, quote, "We have uncharacteristically disappointed this customer, and since October 31st, we have failed to resolve the issue. We expect by the time Channel 7 viewers hear about the situation, it will have already been resolved."
There's no way this can be good. And plus, we got little kids running around here all the time, you know what I'm saying? Kids are curious. There's metal poles and just like all types of stuff, just like definitely a health risk.
We will follow up with residents to see if GFL keeps their promise. Jessica Porter, Denver 7.
Another year, another failure to find funding for transportation and education improvements. With the defeat of Proposition CC, the majority of Colorado voters made it clear they do not support giving up their Tabor refunds or trust lawmakers to spend it wisely. The group that spearheaded the campaign against it says the state needs to do more with the money it already has. Speaker of the House, Casey Becker, says it's not that simple.
Right now, Colorado's economy is booming, our population is booming, but our Constitution prohibits the state from benefiting in that growing economy.
The state legislature should prioritize our budget, just like our families do, just like you and I do every month. We have to prioritize what we spend money on.
Well, lawmakers have not ruled out pushing for changes to Tabor, but admit they will need to go back to the drawing board. Now, if Colorado voters didn't like Prop CC, they certainly hated the idea of raising property taxes to pay for a new jail in Arapahoe County. That proposal was crushed by a 2-to-1 margin, a massive defeat for a sheriff less than a year into the job. Well, tonight, Sheriff Tyler Brown tells us he respects the will of the voters, but that doesn't change the fact, he says, that this jail is overcrowded, unsafe, and badly in need of repair.
This problem isn't going away. The issues that we have in the detention facility are the exact same as they were November 5th, November 6th, and now November 7th. We've got plumbing and electrical issues that are almost impossible to fix.
The sheriff says he hasn't given up hope of convincing the public these improvements are necessary. In the meantime, he says he will make do with what he has. Loading up kids with caffeine and then sending them off to class seems like a recipe for disaster, right? But the kids at Chaparral High School in Parker are here to prove you wrong because, as Denver 7's Lance Hernandez reports, they have a habit of surpassing expectations.
Hello! How can I help you today?
Hi, I'm thinking probably coffee cake.
You want the big one or the small one?
Oh, well, go big or go home.
It's called Wolverine Wake Up.
Bo, camera please.
A student-run coffee shop.
They're making tea.
Make that
You're making
a very special student-run coffee shop inside Chaparral High School.
the best coffee for our world.
Students in the Severe Special Needs program are getting real-world business experience, taking orders, making change, dealing with stress.
Can I get one of those?
Business students in the DECA program help oversee them.
$3, please.
I love being able to come in and see these kids. They always have a smile on their face, which is so contagious.
Teacher Kelsey Anderson says
$2.50, please.
it promotes confidence.
And it promotes inclusion throughout the whole school.
We've been selling lots of coffee, lots of hot chocolates.
Ethan Walsh manages the shop. He says a portion of the proceeds from each cup of Joe sold
Hot coffee behind you.
goes toward field trips for SSN students.
We haven't been going on lots of field trips this year because we've been low on money and all that.
But the few trips they have made have been memorable.
The alpaca farm. That one was a fun one because we learned like all about the alpacas and llamas, and we get to feed a baby llama.
So the goal of this program is to help students basically build a resume starting here. They can put this on a job application because this is a real business.
And real experience interacting with the public.
You can also add like sugar and creamer.
Principal Greg Gacci summed it up best.
We underestimate the abilities all too often, and it's time that we show what people can do and not worry about what they can't do.
Thank you.
Lance Hernandez,
Appreciate it.
Denver 7.
Thanks for watching this Denver 7 Now update. Make sure to download the Denver 7 app for your smartphone to get breaking news and alerts around the clock. I'm Ann Trujillo.